I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump into this video, I want to ask you to smash the like button. Trying to get a like spike going, 1,000 likes a video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely do so. I'm going to keep you up to date on everything crypto daily. Jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, red day. Overall market cap of cryptocurrency, $166 billion. Bitcoin, just under 6,000. This is the weekly chart for Bitcoin, and we did just close the weekly. The weekly candle did close above the 200 SMA, so that's a good sign. Remember that the price action, we ran up over the course of the week. We ran up to 7,000, retested 7,000, and then obviously retraced considerably. Now we're below the major resistance, which previously was support at 6,000. So there's a lot of concerns as far as what's going to happen with the market over the next 24 hours. Concerns in general as far as the economy goes and global, on a global scale, not to mention the United States, but traditional markets open tomorrow morning. I've got a lot of things to talk about that you'll need to know going forward. Mainly here, I want you to notice you got this bearish MACD cross sell signal when Bitcoin was up here at about 8,500. Again, MACD crosses are money. Learn to trade the MACD crosses. This is a Bitcoin 12-hour chart. You guys remember this long multi-month downtrend that Bitcoin has been in, this wedge, this falling wedge. We broke out of it, ran to 10,000, and boom, right back in this falling wedge. Now you can see we came down here, touched the bottom trend line of the falling wedge, actually double bottom and moved higher, ran and touched the top, and now we've retraced considerably. We're at about the 0.5 fib level. So your 0.618 would be about 5,300 and the 786 just under 5,000. So potentially that would be the golden pocket where we could see a retrace to. Now, this is a video from yesterday. I just want to play part of it for you real quick. We always got to be realistic. There's always a bearish scenario we have to acknowledge. So bearish scenario here is we've got a rising broadening wedge, 68% chance of a break to the downside. We're looking to see how this reacts, and this is going to happen over the next probably 8 to 12 hours. We'll see some type of reaction here with this trend line. Okay, here's that same chart. And that little green circle we were watching to see how the price action reacts to the trend line. It did break lower. Now we've got this falling wedge potentially on the 4-hour Bitcoin chart. These are some possible bounce levels, 5,500, 5,100, 4,800, etc. So this comes in play if this rolls over and breaks to the downside. Now this is a bullish reversal pattern. Okay, so going against the percentages, we do get parabolic drops to the downside, which you can clearly see a lot better here on this 1-hour chart. So again, you've got the same falling wedge, okay, and see this parabolic move to the downside is being respected right now, as of now, by this price action. Previously, like we talked about, you've got this little break to the downside with volume, so you've got your confirmed break lower. But just to sum it up for you, this is a Bitcoin 30-minute chart. This falling wedge, this light blue cyan falling wedge, 68% chance that it breaks higher, right? Assuming it breaks out of that parabola to the downside that we talked about just a second ago. Very important that this level holds for the bulls. Very important. If it doesn't hold, you'll see a parabolic move to the downside. You could see, 5,500 or 5,000. But this is something to keep an eye on. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, working together, posting charts. I got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading this market at all, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. Probably a lot of people have some time right now on their hands, potentially. It's a great time to learn to trade this market. Number one reason people join the group is they want to be in the best coins possible. I post profitable trading setups on a daily basis, and we've been just killing it lately. It's wow. Data. 266% gains out of data. Again, this setup was posted on the 14th, 6 days ago. Huge pump for data. If you want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. You pay for 6 months, you get 20% off. You pay for the year, you get 30% off and an additional month for free. If you do want to pay with a card month to month, you can do so. There's a Patreon link in the description. You guys got to remember, the group is cheap. It's not designed to be expensive. It pays for itself in a couple trades. This is Dash. I talked to you guys about this the other day. Dash up 65% after it broke out of this falling wedge. 30 minutes later, boom, 26% gains in IOST. Bitcoin Cash has been another one. So the cool part about the trading group is everybody's working together. This person said, hey, shout out to Big Easy for this trade. I doubled my money in this trade setup that you posted. Another person posted an ADA chart, and Dylan said, ADA's made me $10,000 so far. Next person said, CBC, I'm up $29,000 this week because of you and your group. Amazing setups. Thank you for all you do. There's this panic-driven situation right now that's obvious to everybody. Starbucks is closing its cafes due to that situation. 30 days that brought the world to the brink of a depression. United Airlines poised to slash payroll costs without a quick bailout. Amazon warehouse workers fear catching this situation just to get you your packages. Grocery stores are having problems keeping everything stocked on the shelves. The UK government's going to pay 80% of its wages as it closes pubs to fight this situation. Workers grapple with cancellations and closures. We need help, they stated. Hair salons, tattoo parlors, beauty shops, they're closing indefinitely in 4 states. A lot of people are saying this whole panic situation can ruin us. Local restaurants fear survival. That's just a picture of where we're at economically in the United States and on a global scale. Dow futures opened and immediately down 5%. They hit limit down on Congress's inability to pass a stimulus bill and uncertainty on containing the outbreak. That futures for S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average hit the limit down, basically stopped trading, pointing to another likely loss at the open tomorrow. Remember, the United States is going to wake up, markets are going to open, and it's not looking good for traditional markets. And why is this important? Chris, this is a crypto channel. Why does this matter? Because there's a very strong correlation between traditional markets and crypto right now. Now, is it possible that this completely gets decoupled tomorrow? Of course. But at this point, we have to expect that they remain coupled until they don't. Recently, I had an acquaintance that contacted me and he said, Chris, I lost $250,000 trading gold. And he says he doesn't use technical analysis at all, and he just buys on a whim. Like, oh, it's if it's down right now, it's got to go up next, right? That's his trading strategy. Like, he's an older gentleman, and he's the kind of person that always calls me every time Bitcoin takes a big hit. He's always calling me up. He's like, how much did you lose? One of those, that type of personality. Anyways, so he just called me today. He says, Chris, I just pawned everything I could, like jet skis and all kinds of, boats or whatever. And he's like, I got $25,000 now. Should I buy Bitcoin? I said, man, you're going to have to make that decision for yourself. He's like, oh, someone was talking to me about it, and I feel like and so to me, this is kind of a good indicator, possibly, of what the future holds for a cryptocurrency. People get wrecked in traditional markets. Like, I think it would be amazing if Bitcoin could find a way to bounce back quicker and faster than traditional markets. Amazing in the sense where it would put us on the map immediately. Imagine everybody's stuck at home essentially and Bitcoin just taking off, and it's all the talk. Could you just imagine what local media and news outlets would be saying if Bitcoin, if these whales were smart. Now, whales, the way they trade, they say, hey, how can we take everybody's money? How the market works, right? Remember, everybody that's losing all this money in traditional markets, they're not really losing money. Somebody is taking it. Somebody is taking profits, right? People sell, the price drops, people are taking your money. Yeah, just wanted to paint that picture for you. Like, this could be a huge pivot as far as how people look at cryptocurrency as a whole. So this is the commitment of traders. And I talked to you guys about this previously, and a lot of people were shocked because there weren't very many institutions at all buying Bitcoin. And so this is CME, COT, the Commitment of Traders report. Okay, so remember, open interest shows you like the total number, long and short, futures contracts that are open, right? And so when this number is higher, more people have an open interest or have, you know, basically a trading position open in Bitcoin CME futures. Now, you can see here that the open interest of institutional traders is increased dramatically since we talked about it. However, professional traders is down. Retail traders are down as well. The whales, whale alert. The whales are buying. I mean, they might be short, right? At this point, they could be short, could be long, but they're trading this market. Now, CME futures, these are paper trades. It doesn't affect the price of Bitcoin directly, right? Now, if they manipulate the price, that's possible. Rolling 30-day correlation between Bitcoin and the S&P 500 hit all-time highs this week. Now, like I said, traditional markets are going to open in about 12 hours, 13 hours from now. And in the United States, Europe's opening up sooner than that, and I'll be probably keeping an eye on that going forward. But this is why a lot of this news is important as far as the global economy goes. If you guys haven't picked up a Ledger Nano X, the factory link is in the description. This is cold storage offline. If you want to hold your crypto offline so it's safe and secure, you can do so with the Ledger Nano X. Right now, they're $119. The factory link is in the description. Panic situation led the Dow to the worst week since 2008. Worst week in 12 years. The panic situation could leave 30% of the U.S. workers jobless, Fed official says. Nouriel Roubini, Dr. Doom, he's said that the $1 trillion stimulus bailouts are for corporations, doesn't help the workers. To me, the most important part about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is this is really the people's bailout. This is going to allow normal people like ourselves to catapult themselves financially for the rest of their life. And that's why, yeah, times are tough right now, but we have to stick together. We have to gain knowledge. We have to help each other. We have to work together. So I really want this entire situation to kind of bring everybody in crypto together and realize that, hey, we're on the same team. This is not my crypto versus your crypto anymore. This is us against traditional markets, us against the world. Bitcoin may be one of the last assets still trading in a few weeks. So the New York Stock Exchange is going to be moving to all electronic trading next week. Some stock markets have been mulling over the idea of shutting down completely. Could you imagine if Bitcoin is the only thing being traded? You would have to imagine that you will see a huge surge of institutions looking to trade something. So this could drive a lot more trading into the market, a lot of money potentially into the market. Do you think so? Coinbase broke traffic records and saw massive volume during the market collapse. So all these exchanges had massive surge in trading volume. Obviously, probably people were selling, thus the big drop in crypto. Binance US CEO says this quarantine situation drove volume resurgence in Asia. So this whole panic situation, people have more time on their hands and they're trading. Binance CEO says, listen, legacy financial systems are broken. We know this, and we've known this for a while. However, Bitcoin and crypto are facing a long road to adoption. And this is not going to happen overnight, but right now and over the course of the past few years, everything is, these are just seeds that are being planted. As this space continues to grow, we'll look back at this and we'll say, remember when we felt like the entire financial system of the global economy was falling apart and we were watching Bitcoin unfold right before us, we'll definitely have memories about this time, and we'll be able to look back on this and be very grateful to have found cryptocurrency and been together in a situation like this. So, I definitely appreciate the opportunity to keep you guys up to date daily with everything crypto. Could central bank digital currencies ever replace fiat money? Yes. Cryptocurrencies are defying the age-old monopoly of central banks on issuing currencies. Central banks have really woken up to this idea because of China's coming digital currency. As soon as there's this competing force coming out of China, everybody, all these countries have to think Libra did the same thing. But the question I want to ask to you guys is, these central bank digital currencies are potentially cryptocurrency, are cryptocurrency space's biggest competition. I really want to encourage you guys to take every opportunity you have to make money in this market. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.